Hey everyone, I'm here today to show you one of the ways that we save money. What we do is we buy marked down meats and then we divide them up into packages that we stick in the freezer. And I bought some chicken last week and I bought leg and thigh quarters. It was a really good deal. But you can also get those bags of leg and thigh quarters that are 10 pounds for $6.80 something. So it works out to about 68 cents a pound. Now, most people don't want to eat an entire leg and thigh quarter, so what we do is we separate the leg from the thigh and freeze them separately so that we can use them in different ways. I have one daughter that only likes legs and one daughter that only likes thighs, so we do this a lot. So let me go ahead and turn around the camera and show you the packages that we got. All right, so these are the packages of chicken that we got last week. And as you can see, they say barbecue seasoned chicken leg quarters. The nutrition value on them shows that there are a few carbs in here, and we like to add our own seasonings because we like to season well. So what I'm gonna do with these, because they were such a great deal, $3.76 for 4.5 pounds almost. So that's not bad at all. And I got 2 of those packages. So see, that one was $3.99. So that has a little more in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and the first thing I'm gonna do is rinse these off because I don't want that barbecue seasoning. Like I said, we like to do our own seasonings, we have our own flavors, and we have our own special barbecue seasoning that we like to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this while I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I rinse these off, and when I come back you will see my legs on my plate. Thank you. All right, I have all of my chicken rinsed. I have it just sitting on a plate here waiting for me to do something with it. The first thing I want to show you is the anatomy of the chicken thigh and leg quarters. Right here, this piece that I'm holding right here is actually the tail of the chicken. So I always just cut that off as a matter of course. You also always have like a really good thick piece of skin with a little bit of fat on it. And then of course here's the leg, and the rest of it is the thigh. So how I normally handle this is I cut that tip off first. It's really simple, it's thin, and no big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on my plate with the rest of the chicken because what I like to do is put that in my bag of tips and use that for my bone broth another day. It wasn't really hard to rinse this off. There was not very much. It was only on the top of the chicken, so therefore it wasn't really a big deal. The things you need to know is that there is a bone right here. There's a joint right here that, just like we have a knee joint, there's a joint right there, and if you put your finger there, you can actually feel the joint. So the way I do this is I always, because I'm right-handed, I always hold the leg in my left hand, okay? And I have a very, very good sharp knife. Whenever I do this, I make sure and I sharpen my knives every time. I have an electric sharpener that I love. My parents gave me this years ago. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna cut down, and if you just follow down, you can see how quickly and easily that was. What I did is I ended up cutting between the joints. Now, I have to admit that was a really easy one for me. Sometimes it doesn't always go that easy, but I'm gonna do a few more to see if we can run into problems or if we can figure it out. So I cut that tip off, and then again, we're gonna hold it in our left hand. If you're a lefty, you're gonna hold it in your right hand. I have a daughter who's a lefty, so I need to make her do it. And you kind of see that crease right there in the chicken. That's where the joint is. So you're gonna wanna cut right straight down, and of course this time, awesome, I ran into the bone. So what I did with that is, I don't know if you can see, there was a cut mark there, so I just kind of moved it over just a little bit and continued to cut down, and that worked just fine for me. We're going to do another one because it can be a little interesting to try to do at times. And again, put it in that crease right there, and what I do is I kind of hold the knife at an angle towards the leg, not towards the thigh, but towards leg. It kind of helps with that, following the joint. And there we go. Another really good cut. So we're going to do this last one on this plate. And again, hold the leg in your left hand if you're right-handed, and in your right hand if you're left-handed. Hold the knife at an angle, not much of an angle, but just a little bit of one, and then just cut straight down. And again, I hit a little bit of bone, but it went right through. Again, the keys to this are holding it at an angle, holding it in the right hand, in the correct hand, and then having a sharp knife is another really good one. This one doesn't really have a tip on it, so I don't have to worry about tipping it. And I'm just gonna go ahead, I bet you, oh wow, okay. I'm actually surprising myself. Now, I'm taking a little bit longer with this because I'm trying to explain how I do it, but usually this is a very quick process. As you can see, it's not taking me very long to do this at all. And I also do this with chicken wings because everybody loves chicken wings, but if you buy them with the wings together instead of in the packages where, you know, they're all the drumettes and the other parts, you can cut them just as easily like this, and you would use the same process. So the first thing I would do is I would cut off the tip, because that tip isn't necessary for chicken wings. Nobody's really going to eat it. And with the chicken wing, you're going to hold the drumette in your hand like this, and you're going to just use the same cutting technique to get it taken care of. So now I've spent maybe about 5 minutes, and I have, let's see, if I remember correctly, I have 8 legs and 8 thighs. And I will show you that in just a minute. All right, so here we have the finished product. I have my 8 chicken legs. I have my 8 chicken thighs. What I'll do with the chicken thighs is I will put them in packages of 4 and freeze one package, and we're gonna grill today, so I'll grill the other 4. With the chicken legs, I usually try to put them in packages of 8. I kind of keep the numbers even just because I'm an even kind of person. But as you can tell, this didn't take very long at all. 3 to 5 minutes, and you save a bunch of money. I'm going to put in the description below just how much you do save. All right, so I was at Walmart today, and I was looking at, because I always buy markdown meats. It's one of the ways that we really help our budget. So what I did today was there was no markdown meat. So I was looking at the prices of leg and thigh quarters, legs and thighs. And if we buy the separate ones where the legs are in one package, the thighs are in another, they ran about $1.69 a pound. Now you saw that I got about a pound and a half or so, no, more than that, about 4 pounds of these chicken leg and thigh quarters for a lot less. And I'm going to do the math, and I'm going to put it in the description down below. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, because I'd like to know that you like what I'm talking about. And also, if you have any ideas for what I can do for the next video, please feel free. I love doing the basics of how to cook and how I save money with the ways that I cook. So please comment down below on the different things that you'd like to see me do, or if you have any questions about anything that I've done. Have a good day.